Leslie Jordan. How are you?
Hey, so nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Ted from
Hi,
Out of the
Ted.
Closet TV.
Ooh, I love the name.
What do you have to be glad about tonight?
What? Oh my gosh, what do I not have to be glad tonight? I remember when this event was tiny, and look at it. Here we are. I'm an openly gay actor, and tonight it's my tribe, and here we are. I remember, when I came out in the 60s in a tiny little town, Chattanooga, Tennessee, there was one gay bar called the Cross Keys Lounge, and you would sneak down this alley, and you would peep in, and then we would all get in there together, and woo, we're gay, here we are, So the wonderful thing, I think, is that the gay community is now so diversified. We're everywhere. Look at this.
Where can we look for you right now? What do you...
Well, we have our season finale of Will and Grace on May the 5th, and that's very exciting. I have a one-man show that's opening in this summer. We're starting in Palm Springs, mid-May, and then to Dallas, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Chicago, and I'm nominated tonight, so if it wins a GLAAD award, that could be exciting.
You're so great. Thank you for being extraordinary.
Oh, thank you.
And good luck tonight.
Thank you.
How exciting is this? Love, Lore, Compassion, Seinfeld, just a couple of your projects.
Sure.
What are you here for tonight?
Friends, mostly. This is an event that I've been invited to for many years, and I've always wanted to come, and I've always either been out of town or working out of town. So finally, I'm gainfully unemployed and available, and here I am. Liza's an old friend, an old pal. It's going to be great to see her.
We have so many things to be glad about. What are just some of the top ones, top things you have to be glad about?
In life, in general?
In life.
My little one every day is when I tuck my kids into bed and they're safe and happy and healthy, I go, thank you, good day. There's actually so much. I have a healthy, happy mom. My family's in good shape. Life has been good enough to me that every day has possibilities. I can pursue the things that are interesting to me, which is pretty rarefied air, it's all good.
Coming to an event like this, a gay event, do you have any trepidation or fear of being associated with GLAAD? And obviously you don't, but I'm hoping you might speak to some other people's homophobias about being attached to the gay and lesbian community.
I can't imagine within our business that there's a great deal of homophobia because, I don't have to tell you that so much of our business, if we removed our gay colleagues, we'd have no industry. I find that as I travel more and more, because I'm doing some travel, I have a children's book coming out, and I've actually been going around the country a little bit.
What's the name of it?
Dad, Are You the Tooth Fairy? See, even Dad and Fairy, I worked into the title.
So the Tooth Fairy even has to come out of the closet.
Even the Tooth Fairy must come out. But what's amazing is, because I grew up, in New York and in the business, and I've lived here in New York, I don't really get that most people either truly have not met or don't know that they've met someone in the gay community, and that it's very alien to them, and they see images of the evil gay man or woman, or they see the silly gay man or woman. What GLAAD is doing a better job, and what our business is doing a better job of, is presenting gay people and gay lifestyle as pretty mundane and ordinary,
Right.
And I think it's exposing people to the realities of a gay lifestyle. But for the most part, we have to remember what we're up against all the time, as far as perception, is most people do not, outside of a couple of major cities, there isn't a community that is gay in every major neighborhood. And so most people don't realize that they're having exchanges with gay and lesbian men and women. And so they think of it as other and alien. As long as that's true, it's always going to be an uphill battle, as it would be for any group.
Do you have a fan club website, or where can people learn more about your children's book, learn more about you online?
I have never had an official website or a fan group.
There are ones go after you.
There are ones out there that have formed themselves, and if you Google me, you get 138,000 places to go, and some of them are actually pretty accurate. But I've never had anything.
You don't need that kind of promotion.
Well, I live very
know about you
quietly,
anyway.
and I figure when I got something to talk about, it gets talked about. So.
Well, thanks for making us laugh, and thank you for making a difference by being here tonight.
My pleasure.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm glad.
I'm glad too, with
What do
two
you-
A's tonight.
What do you have, David, to be glad about?
It's great to be here, in all seriousness. I actually had a coming out story of my own last year. Last April, came out in the Advocate magazine, and I've been worried about doing that for my whole entire life. And I'm here to tell you 1 year later that this was the best year of my life. I could live an authentic life as who I was and also have all the things that I dreamed about. So,
Well, that's something to be glad about.
very, very glad tonight.
Where can we learn more about you online?
DaveKoz.com, which is DaveKoz.com.
Well, coming up, we have Hal Sparks, a long-awaited interview. Hal Sparks, how you doing?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
Ted from Out of the Closet
Right
TV. Our audience loves your character, and they've been waiting to hear from you, so I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here as well, and I'm glad you finally came out of the closet so you could actually interview me, because it was so hard doing it through the door.
What do you have to be glad about?
The work that I've done on Queer as Folk for the last 5 years. I mean, if a little schlubby straight guy from Peaksmill, Kentucky can make any impact on the gay community and actually help in any ways, this was my only shot, and I'm glad that I had a chance to do it.
And how do you feel about the conclusion, the last episode of Queer as Folk?
I'm proud of it. We did great work, and it's necessary for any show to be truly great and have a historic pinpoint. If it's got a bookend, it's got to end, it's got to wrap up nicely, as opposed to drag on and water itself down and get lost in the fray. It needed to be shocking up front and out like an explosion.
And what's next
For me,
for you?
I have an album coming out in the first week of June with my band.
Where can we learn more about it?
On halsparks.com. Yeah.
Very good.
Or you can go on sparksfan.com. They cover me really well, or on halslair.com, which is a forum group. They're great.
Hal Sparks, Queer as Folk, thank you for making the
Absolutely.
difference you've made.
Glad to do it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.